All right, everybody, what's going on? It's Thundershot, and today we are finding the definitive best Pokemon starter line. Not one individual Pokemon, not the final Evo of the starter line. We are ranking the entire line. We've got a point system up and ready. What's going to happen here is I'm going to place, this is my opinion, make your own tier list if you want to share your opinion. Anyway, or let me know in the comments, I don't care. I'll tell you your opinion's bad, and then we'll move on, it'll be great. What's going to happen here is I'm going to go Evo by Evo. We're going to rank first Evos, like first stage Evos, stage 1 Evos. I'm going to put them on my tier list here. They're going to gain or lose points, and we're going to tally those points up together. And then I'm going to go back, and I'm going to rate second stage Evos. And then they're going to gain or lose points for their Evo line. And then we're going to do it with third stage Evos. And then at the end, we're going to take all of the points that Evo line earned, and we're going to tally them all up and find out which definitive Evo the entire line had the biggest payout. It has been pointed out to me by Twitch chat, given my scoring system. The ranking goes from the worst a team could possibly score, the worst an Evo line could possibly score is -6. The highest an Evo line could possibly score is 12. I doubt we're going to see any perfects on either end, but we'll see. We'll see. Never too early or too late. Okay, so we are starting with the first Evo line. We're not going by generations, though we are going to tally up gen scores at the end too. It should be pretty fun. We're not going by generations. We're going by first stage Evos. And then we'll move on after that. But for right now, we are starting here with Bulbasaur, and we are going all the way until Sobble. Excuse me. Should be that. Yeah, all the way until Sobble here at the end. But we're going to do gens 1 through 8, first stage Evos. So, keep in mind when I very first drag a Pokemon to the tier list, it might not be the... I also know this layout's scuffed. I'm sorry about that. But it might not be the place that it's staying. You know what I mean? I'm actually going to purple it up. If we're doing the purple layout, might as well go all in. All right. And chat and YouTube, feel free to type along what you think a Pokemon should be rated. I'm not going to let Twitch chat influence my decisions because it's my fucking tier list. But all right, as a first Evo starter type Pokemon, I'm not going to front. We're going to create some divides right out of the gate. Bulbasaur's an S, man. Bulbasaur's an S. If you are sleeping on Bulba, you might be too young, okay? He's a grass star. He's got the fucking bulb on his back. If you ever saw Bulbasaur shoot out the leech seeds, he's got the vine whips coming out of them shits. He jumps around, he's small, he's agile. Bulbasaur's an S. By the way, to clarify, I am rating this more so on design than anything else. The first Evo stage and the second Evo stage, it's almost 100% based on design. I'm going to talk about like maybe how cool it looks in battle and whatnot, but I'm not using like game stats or how broken is this Pokemon in the current competitive meta or anything like that. I'm not going to do anything like that until we get to the third stage Evos. I might be influenced a little bit by how useful they are in game. You know what I mean? Like, for example, Meganium is not crazy useful in game. That's not going to hurt her too much, but when you think about something like, you know, where Feraligatr or Typhlosion would probably help you out a lot more in, like, the Elite Four, it's just Meganium. If you got a Meganium, she's on your team, you're probably headed to Elite Four, and you got to use that thing. You know what I mean? So, like, 100% design-based for stages 1 and 2, and then it's going to be like 80% design-based, 20% how useful the Pokemon is, maybe, for stage 3. But we'll talk about that when we get there. Anyway, Bulbasaur's an S, and if you're not putting Bulbasaur in an S or at least an A, you're sleeping on Bulbasaur in all the wrong ways. We're going to leave him there. Charmander. See, I've kind of worked myself into a hole here. They're not going to like me. They're not going to like me, but I got to do it. Charmander is an A. I was thinking about putting him in B, frankly, okay? Think about it, all right? Chat. What is he? He's a lizard. The cool thing about Charmander, his tail's on fire. And if it goes out, he dies. That's the cool thing about Charmander. Other than that, he is an orange lizard that breathes fire, which is okay, except almost every fire Pokemon breathes fire. He's not that unique. He's not that cool. Maybe in Gen 1, he could get away with it. But he's definitely not, he's not above Bulba, all right? And before you freak out, because a lot of people are like, that's my favorite Pokemon. It's in the A tier. The A tier is good. He just earned 2 points for Team Charizard, you know what I mean? You put Bulba above him? Yeah, can you see, man? Yes, look at the thing. I put Bulba above. I don't know how you could put Bulba below him. I don't know how you could put him on the same tier, frankly. Bulbasaur's so much cooler. And keep in mind, this is just the first stage. I'm going to rate Charmeleon and Ivysaur. And I'm going to rate fucking Charizard and Blastoise. We're going to get there. But for the, I'm talking, this is only the stage 1. Putting the Squirtle in B tier. The thing that saves Squirtle is when Squirtle uses Rapid Spin, water shoots out of his fucking shell holes and he just fucking spins. That's badass, okay? But we're putting Squirtle in B tier. He's a fucking turtle. He's a turtle. I'm frankly tempted to put him lower. I'm gonna reiterate this one more time. B tier, not a bad tier. If I give that's my favorite starter. If I give your favorite starter a good rating, but you're freaking out because he's not in triple S plus, that's on you. And you know what? We're actually gonna change this tier to triple S plus, S triple plus, whatever you want to call it. All right, Gen 2 starters. They might hate me. Chikorita. Adorable. Unique. It's really all you need. Cyndaquil. You know, for a first Evo, Cyndaquil might be our first triple S plus. For our first Evo, Cyndaquil might be our first triple S plus. Okay, when I say this, let me be perfectly clear because the Zoomers aren't gonna know why I'm rating Cyndaquil so high. Okay, the Zoomers aren't gonna understand. All right. When I'm rating Cyndaquil, I'm rating off the Cyndaquil I know. Okay, the Cyndaquil I know, his back is on fucking fire, 24/7. That shit is burning. When he cranks it up, it shoots to the heavens. Cyndaquil lights up like a fucking Christmas tree. The Cyndaquil you guys know is this little wet rat thing that occasionally its back might get a little warm. Okay. But the current Cyndaquil, I guess, in the new games, they get rid of the permanent flame on his back, and he just looks like a piece of shit. But I'm not going off that. I'm going off my Cyndaquil, all right? That new one is not my Cyndaquil. Old Cyndaquil, perma-flames, that's where it is. Gen 2 designs are ugly. We're gonna get to that. Y'all are gonna see how I keep wanting to talk about comments and chat, but I'm gonna get to my opinions on all of them as all this unfolds. I may have to give Totodile an A. I really like Gen 2's first stage Evos, alright? I really like Gen 2's first stage Evos. Like a lot, alright? Yeah. And keep in mind, they're placed now, but I might move them around as we go. You know, as we kind of do this, I might move them around just a little bit. It's not set in stone permanently, but like they're not gonna move too far from where they're at. You know what I mean? All right, Gen 3's first starters. Do I do it to him? I don't know. Oh, this one's tough. Trico's kind of... So here's why I love Trico, okay? Trico is squared the fuck... I just punched my lamp. Is squared the fuck up. At all times. That's the main thing carrying Trico right now. Because, like, you see this Charizard... Or this Charmander stance? Charmander does that sometimes. It's just like a screen... Like, Charmander was just like happy. He posed for the fucking photo. Hey, take a picture. You know what I mean? That's why Charmander looks like that. Trico looks like this because that's just what he fucking does. He's like, oh, we fighting? Boom. He's up. He's ready. You know what I mean? Trico from the anime was goated. If you ever saw Trico fight in the anime, the little dude is ready to throw hands. He's like, oh, what is that? I'm taking on a Mudkip. Boom. Ready. You know what I mean? Oh, what's that? I'm taking on a Primal Groudon. Boom. You know what I mean? He's ready at all times. It's just Trico. He is ready to body at all times. It don't matter. Whew. Torchick. The little baby fire chicken. It's fine. It's harmless. But like, what'd it do? It's literally a chick. I think it can breathe fire. It's a fire type. It might like scratch fire at you. I don't know. We're gonna throw Mudkip. I'm torn. I think Mudkip's design is just really good. I don't have a way to explain why I like Mudkip other than I think the orange cheeks pop really well. I think Mudkip's adorable. It got that tail back there, got the fin up top. I just like its design. I don't have reasons I can give you like like I did for the other ones other than I just really like Mudkip's design. All right, Gen 4. Turtwig. I'm not gonna front. Turtwig's cute as shit. Turtwig is just like Turtwig's just fucking adorable. First of all, another turtle, like our boy Bulbasaur, but he got that overbite a little bit more. Little fucking beam on top. We're just going off design alone for right now. Yeah, for right now we're going off design alone. Little sprout on his head. Turtwig's just the shit. They're gonna hate me. They're gonna call me a madman. Chimchar ain't that cool. I think something that plagues the fire starters. Okay? My music literally stopped. Okay. I think something that plagues the high... I think some little high... That's what I was thinking. If anything, Chimchar's high. And he should be lower. He's slightly cooler than Torchick. Something that plagues the Gen... This is solely off design right now, yes. Something that plagues the stage 1 fire starters is they're just something that can breathe fire. You know what I mean? Like, if you look at Chikorita or Bulbasaur, what the fuck are those things? It's not a dog. It's not a cat. You know, it's not an animal, you know. They made something and then made it grass. Or, like, they morphed a Pokemon around the idea of being grass type. That's fucking cool. Trico, whatever the fuck he is, I think he's actually based on a real bug. But Trico's fucking cool. Bulbasaur is apparently based on a frog. Couldn't even tell. Been playing Pokemon since it came out. Right? What the fuck is Chikorita? You know what I mean? But when you look at the fire starters, minus Cyndaquil. Charmander, a lizard that breathes fire. Chimchar, a monkey that breathes fire. Torchick, a baby chick that breathes fire. You know what I mean? So design-wise alone, these stage 1 fire starters are not hitting. Okay? Gecko. Duh. Gecko. For Trico. But you see what I mean? Totodile, like, yeah, he's an alligator, kind of. He's like a baby alligator, but he's standing up. You know? He's got them fucking jaws. He's ready to beat ass. Take on the world, right? Totodile may move up a tier for all I know. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, Piplup. I might have to have chat's influence on this one. It's one of these two. Piplup's fine. Piplup was adorable in the anime, true. Snivy. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our first D entrant into the series. Snivy just looks like a bitch. Born and bred his entire life. What a piece of shit that thing is. Snivy sucks. Tepig. I think my man Tepig catches too much hate. I'm not gonna front. We're dividing people out here. I think Tepig catches too much hate. I think the design is fine. I think the Pokemon's fine. Relatively harmless. Relatively harmless for the Tepig maneuver here. Oshawott. Actually very cool. Very cool design. Little baby otter. He might be triple S+. Yeah, you know what? I think, no, Oshawott. Above Piplup? Yes, above Piplup. Look at that thing! This guy's a badass! I gotta reiterate something because I think people are voting with their hearts and not with their brain right now, okay? I think the people in my Twitch chat, they're using their hearts, not their brain. Separate the Evo lines. We're grading them all separately. We'll add up the points at the end, okay? But if you don't, I know Gen 5 starters by the end are all ass, okay? Well, we'll get there. I'll rate it when I rate it. But We're only talking about Oshawott. I'm not talking about Samurott, that fucking dog thing. I'm talking about Oshawott. I'm not talking about the whole line right now. We're gonna do them all individually. Oshawott is a triple S+. We'll get to the other two in the line. Oshawott's cool as shit. He got a shell design on his chest, man. I think when he evolves, he uses the shell to beat your ass. But like, look at him, he's an otter. I think what pops to me, especially about the water types, is the colors, right? Mudkip, got the blue up top, got the blue on the chest, but then it's got the orange cheeks that pop. Oshawott, white head, white arms, got the blue, got the brown, got the chest shell, and then its feet are a different color. Feet and tail are a different color. You know, there's a lot of colors going on there. I like that. Then you look at Charmander, and it's like, it's two-tone, right? It's these two colors. Bulbasaur is two colors, but at least got some design pattern in there. You know what I mean? Tepeg's another one that it's got that yellow on its nose that pops. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of Pokemon are just lacking that. Oshawott is paw because it can use a shell and beat your ass with it, and then shank the. All right. This thing's named Chespin. Chespin's cool as shit. Get at me. I'm tempted to put him. I'm not gonna put him in S, but Chespin's cool as shit. Chespin's an A. I agree. I can already see where this is trending to. A is gonna be the tier that gets super loaded. A is gonna be the tier that gets stacked the fuck up. I might pull some Pokemon, but usually when I do these tier lists, is I have one tier that sticks out because it just feels like the safe tier to put something in. And then when I go back to the end, I'll end up pulling Pokemon out of that tier and either moving it up or moving it down. So that's usually how it all works when I do these tier lists. But this thing, I don't even know this thing's name. You know what, chat? I'm gonna do it. I'm starting to see, because I see all the Pokemon in this line, and there's a Pokemon in this line that just doesn't deserve to be here, and it's Charmander. I'm gonna do it. I don't. What is this thing's name? The fox thing. What is this thing's name? Fennekin. Yeah. All right. Fennekin. It is just a fox, but look at the colors, man. We're going off design. Look at the colors. It's got that fucking the white for the face, yellow. It's got fire coming out of it. It's not fire, but it's got fur that looks like fire coming out of its ears. And frankly, I'm a sucker for these fox designs. I really like Eevee's design, for example. You know what I mean? I'm a sucker for that look in general. So, it's my opinion list here. It's my opinion tier list, chat. That's what I'm saying. Fennekin's adorable. It's actually, I like that one a lot. Are we creating divisions, Twitch chat? Are we fucking shit up, Twitch chat? Are we ruining lives out here? You know what Faroki reminds me of? You guys ever watch Family Guy? Lower. You guys ever watch Family Guy? Remember when Chris would be like, "Well, there's that monkey that lives in my closet," and then the closet would open and the monkey would be like, "That's what Faroki's stance looks like." He's like a softer version of the monkey that lived in the closet. Put him lower. People are gonna yell at me because his design's okay. I just don't like it. It does the things. He's got the color. I don't like his nose. I don't get the cloud thing on his back. Yo, that one. Think of the 5 months. Pikachu and Eevee aren't on the list, but it would be Eevee and then all the possible evolutions and then Pikachu, but not Raichu. So I don't really care that Pikachu and Eevee aren't on the list. It's fine. And I'm probably, Pokemon in these tiers may go up or down. They're subject to go up or down by the end of this list, but we'll keep moving. I'm torn. Rowlett's in one of these two tiers. For sure. A or B. A or B for sure. Here's the thing. Rowlett on paper, just looking at him, he kind of looks... He looks a little weird, alright? But the fact that Rowlett... When you throw a Rowlett out, he can look away. He could be looking away from the other Pokemon, and he'll just fucking turn his head. but his body will still be looking the other way. Or like when Rowlett's fighting and his trainer says, Rowlett, do this. And Rowlett will turn around and look at the trainer, but his body's still facing this way. It's a ball, bro. That's a C. But he got a bow tie, man. He got a little bow tie. I think I favor Rowlett because Rowlett is far and away the best starter out of all the Gen 7 starters. But you're right. I think the Gen 7 starters are just ass. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't give a fuck about Litten. I think Litten's lame. It's a cat. It falls to the theme. Like, it's cool that like it's got some black to it. It's a little bit, the black on its stem's different from all the other fire starter color palette, which is nice. That's why it stays in C tier. But it's a fucking cat that breathes fire. It falls into the same problem that every other fucking fire, not every other, but most other fire starters have. That's why the fire starter, the first stage fire starters are ranked low. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our first triple F minus. It's Poplipo. We have our first triple F minus, and it's this piece of shit Poplipo. Look at that thing. God awful. Grookey. Oh, we're getting into the good stuff now. This is Gen 8. It's the last gen of stage 1. Grookey. I'm gonna do Grookey last, okay? Sobble. We'll do Sobble first. Sobble goes invisible, okay? Goated design. Sobble goes in, for those of you guys who never played Gen 8, Sobble goes invisible, okay? And he's got personality. A lot of these Pokemon, like I guess their Pokemon might be based on, like the personality might be based on the individual Pokemon. Sobble's got personality, right? He's timid. He's scared. Might not be a great personality. Might be the personality that's kind of, you know, kind of takes after a bitch, but he's got something. And he goes fucking invisible. I'm tempted to put him in Triple S+. He might move still. Scorbunny. I think it's a fair tier for Scorbunny. I was tempted to throw Scorbunny in C, I'm not gonna lie. How many of you guys in chat, show of hands, you guys really don't like Scorbunny? You guys think it's Scorbunny C? I was thinking that. I was kind of afraid of backlash from chat. Don't bother me to move Scorbunny to C. I was a little bit worried about backlash from chat, so I don't want to do it, but I don't like Scorbunny that much. We'll do this for now. It's subject to change. Okay. Chat. Did you guys watch the reveal trailer for Gen 8? Did you guys watch the reveal trailer for Sword and Shield starters? Show of hands. Y'all remember that trailer? Let me explain to you what happened in that trailer, okay? We were introduced to all 3 first stage starter Pokemon in a very unique way, and I thought it was really cool. Let me explain to you what happened in this trailer. I don't remember if you see Scorbunny or Sobble first, but you see one of them, and Scorbunny ends up making Sobble, like, scared. But Sobble is invisible, and he gets uninvisible. And you see him, like, he's nervous. Like, he's got that personality. He's nervous. Like, he's the kind of, like, got them, like, nervous tears up there. But he's going invisible, and he's coming out of it. And he looks cool. And you're like, damn, that's the water type. That's sick. You know, and he's got the invisibility thing going on. That's really cool. And then you see Scorbunny. Even though I'm not a huge fan of Scorbunny myself, you still see Scorbunny hopping around. She's got the fucking Band-Aid across her nose, and she's like ready to go. Got them fire feet, right? Her feet had, I think B's fair tier. Her feet had fire coming off of them. That's the fire type. That's badass, right? So you got all this personality. You got the timid invisibility from Sobble. Fucking Scorbunny's hopping around and feet of flames. All that's cool shit. And then you hear something in the distance, and you kick over, and you're like, what on earth could that be? And it's just fucking, and it's just Grookey's dumb fucking ass beating on a rock with a stick. He's just fucking dunk, 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 dunk. Like, that's Grookey. That's the impression we get from Grookey. He's just fucking dumb. Just fucking donk, 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 donk. Then people were like, that's my Pokemon. Who the fuck are you? What do you mean? So while his design, I don't like his design, I'm not gonna be front, but the introduction that I got to Grookey, what are you doing? Fucking donk, 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 like, Grookey is Ed from Ed, Edd n Eddy. I see it. He was making music. So anyway, that's why Grookey's where Grookey is, okay? Can a Pokemon vibe? Not when they're vibing like that. Okay, is this the final? Is this the final first stage tier list? This matters where points are gonna go. Do I fuck around and do it? Anybody feel like they don't belong where I put them? Move Torchick up? Absolutely not. If Torchick goes anywhere, Torchick's going down. In fact, that feels right. That feels right. I'm him-hawing around. I'm thinking about stuff. Thinking about bringing Charmander down, but if Charmander comes down, Tepic and Squirtle are coming down too. Totodile needs to be S+. Might be able to make an argument for Totodile and S. Move the rabbit down. No, I definitely have my feelings. Like, I feel like Squirtle, Chimchar, Tepic, and Charmander are like low B. But they're still B. You know what I mean? I think this is right. I think we ship this. I don't know. What do you guys think? Where's Sobble go? You make the exact same argument for Totodile that you made for most of the fire starters. I literally went over why Totodile does not belong with the fire starters. The color palette, the design. Totodile's an alligator, but Totodile stands up. He's got them jaws. Totodile looks cool. I like his design. Totodile's design, while similar, somehow absolutely fucks Charmander's design up, and it's not close. In fact, I'm tempted to move Charmander. They might need some separation. They might need more separation than one tier. Want to hear why Mudkip shouldn't be triple S+? It's fucking S, man. I like the Mudkip design a lot. What do you mean? I'm not switching Sobble and Grookey. Would anybody agree with me on Sobble going to triple S+? Grookey is not moving up. Shut up. Grookey is a fucking dipshit. Fucking donk. I'm a Grookey. Or I don't even know what his. I guess I only know their first stage names. Max. All right, chat. You bullied me into it. We'll leave Sobble in S. Yep, I think this is the list. I have a feeling like there's a few Pokemon in B tier who I feel are like low B tier but not quite C tier, and there's a few Pokemon in A tier who I feel like are high A tier but maybe not S tier. You know what I mean? And by a few, I mean Totodile. I don't care about shinies. If you're playing through a standard game of Pokemon, your odds of seeing or getting a shiny starter are basically zero, so I don't give a shit about those. Okay, Drac, do you have it? I think this is the list. As soon as I get confirmation that Drac has it down, This is our stage 1 starter list. No, I'm leaving Grookey in C because if you look at Grookey's design, it's okay. It's fine. But no bone in my body can put Grookey higher than a C because of that fucking introduction I got to Grookey. Like, that's just how Grookey is known in my head forever. Fucking donk, donk, donk. Drat got it? Okay. So I'm now going to clear the board. I'm going to try to put all these guys on the very, very bottom, and then we'll do second Evos. And man, are we in trouble because these second Evos need some fucking help. All right. Sorry it's taking a minute. I'm specifically doing my best to drag it to the very, very bottom because I don't want it interfering with the layout that I had. So I had all the Mons in order, you know what I mean? Wish I could grab more than one at a time. That would be helpful, but you know. Tier list is fine. We did it kind of funny, so. Okay. Second evolution is mostly ass. You are spitting. Second Evos are mostly ass. I would be shocked if we had a single triple S plus. Or maybe more than a single triple S plus. But like, we're going to see a lot more on the lower end of the spectrum. For the second Evos, alright? Don't take that personally. Ivysaur off in B. He's Bulbasaur, but bigger, a little bit more grown out. Might move him down to C later, we'll see. Charmander, or Charmeleon, I should say. He got slightly cooler because of his claws, I guess, but I don't like that fucking thing on his head. I do like the red color, though. We'll leave him in B. Wartortle S. I will say Wartortle is a big upgrade from Squirtle. That tail being fluffy, the color swap, and his ears being like fucking wings. Wartortle got an upgrade from Squirtle, for sure. For sure. I actually like Bayleaf's design quite a bit. I'm not a huge Quilava guy. That's subject to change. Oh, hold up. Grovyle, man. Look at my man, Grovyle. Grovyle's S at least. That's what I'm saying. Here's where I'm torn, Twitch chat. This is where like I'm mentally kind of like, am I rating them as a Pokemon whole, or am I rating them as a how good are they as a second Evo Pokemon? Because if I rate them as a second Evo Pokemon, the list is going to look very similar to the last list. But if I rate them as a Pokemon entirely, the second Evo line is going to have almost nothing above an A. You feel me? Does that make sense? Because like, if I'm rating them on a scale of like, you know, is that an S+++ Pokemon? Or is that an S++ second Evo Pokemon? Because those are very different. You should rate them on how they improve. No, that's stupid. I don't want them to have any ties to the first form. I don't care about that. Well, I take that back. There's going to be one Pokemon where I talk about that, but that's different. The look along with the deviation / upgrade from the first Evo. See, I don't like doing that except with one Pokemon where it makes sense, and I'll talk about that later. That's the thing. This is a triple S plus as a second Evo, but if I rate it like that, it's going to be skewed from if I just rate it as a design in general. I think I'm going to rate it as like... Fuck it. Well, we'll keep going. We'll keep going. Combuskin. Kind of stupid looking. Marshtomp. Really bad. I hate Marshtomp's design. That might be a D. Look at that thing. Look at that thing. Like, it's cool because it's ground type. You don't even know that from looking at it. It knows ground moves. You don't even know that from looking at it. This thing, pretty fucking average. Not a lot going on for it. I don't even know its name. Monferno? I like what's going on with the face. I like that. He may move up. We'll see. This guy just the only reason I'm not putting this thing lower. I don't know forgive me, I don't know a lot of the middle Evos' names. I know the design. I know what they do. I don't know a lot of their names. I'm only not rating this guy lower because he looks mad as shit, and that's hilarious. He looks so pissed, and that's fucking hilarious. Primplup? Gotcha. Couldn't tell you this thing's name. Sucks. Dewott. If we're going off second Evos, if Grovyle's up there, Dewott's got to be up there. That is a triple S plus maneuver on the Dewott. Because he's got them razor shells, man. He's a badass. What is this thing? Pignite? People are going to hate me for that. People are going to say Pignite should be lower. People are going to say Pignite. But, like, look at him, man. He's ready. Like, let's fucking go, bitch. That's how he stands. Bam. So we're bumping him up a little bit. People don't like that Evo line. I don't understand why, but like, it's fine. I am not going to lie. I like the Chestnut line. I'm going to spoil a little bit right now. I like the Chestnut line a lot. I had never even seen this thing before today. Before I looked at this tier list, I had never even seen this Pokemon, let alone know its name. No fucking idea what this thing is. So I'm going strictly off looks alone here, okay, for this guy. And as far as second Evos go, I kind of like what I'm seeing. I feel like this B tier is going to be loaded. I'm going to clean it out here in a little bit, which is okay. This thing is pretty cool. Don't like that. The second Evo is going to be the quickest one. So I don't have a lot of opinions on a lot of these guys. This is literally, okay. This thing is actually Litten, but slightly bigger. This is the worst one so far. Again, I'm not judging it on how it jumps from its first Evo to its second Evo, but that thing is like, it's actually just, it could have been a first Evo. Nobody would have known. Nobody would have cared. And ladies and gentlemen, we have our second ever triple F minus in whatever Poplipo's second Evo thing is. For the same reason this Grookey Evo is only not in triple F minus, because he looks mad as shit, and I love that. He may move up, we'll see. Scorbunny's second Evo is extremely unique, but I don't like it because it looks more like a Fursona than a Pokemon. Does that make sense? This thing is a nightmare on wheels. I have no fucking idea what Sobble's second Evo is. That thing is a goddamn nightmare. Braxton outshines its final Evo they put in Pokken. You know what's crazy? Look at Braxton. And then look at Scorbunny's final Evo. They're not that different. Scorbunny's not in this, but just like look at the side by side. This is why every time I see Scorbunny's final Evo, I always think that that's the second Evo. Anyway, let me go back. Fix that. Could be the male version. I didn't know it played soccer, Mark, but you're not helping its chances any. Was that all? Did I fuck something up, or is that all the second Evos? We did all the second Evos? Is this all? This is all of them? Son of a bitch. Okay. Let's organize this a little bit. I actually like this design a lot. Is it holding a stick behind its back? I can't tell. Anyway, I like that design a lot. I'll move that up. We need to thin these out one way or the other. I think a lot of these C's can go down. That can go down. That can go down. Those are fine. And if we were going to change the B tier up, maybe like that. Okay, if I were to only put... Which one's cooler? Quilava or Charmeleon? One of them is going to be in the B tier, one of them is going to be in the C tier. Which one's cooler? Quilava or Charmeleon? It's got to be Quilava. It's got to be Quilava. Look at him. Lava learns Flame Wheel. We're not going off moves and usefulness, though that is cool. As you can see, the middle Evos are much more heavily weighted towards the downside, even though I kind of gave it like an exception in the rating. Do we go crazy? I really like this design. And then we could thin it out like this. Kinda. Does this make sense, or did I kind of fuck up a little bit? If I move anything, I'm moving it down more. I'm thinking about moving Crocodile and Quilava down. Ivysaur's too low? You might be right. You might be shitting. That feels right. That feels right to me. Raboot is way too low. I explained why I put this fucking thing really low. I put this thing really low because this is a stage where this thing looks a lot less like a Pokemon and a lot more like somebody's made up persona. I don't like that. Not that there's anything wrong with personas, but just like my Pokemon shouldn't be a persona, you know what I mean? Wartortle should be S. You guys think I'm sleeping on Wartortle? Because I'm low-key agreeing. I'm low-key agreeing. Some decisions I hold back on because I'm like, man, Chad would really hate it if I did that. Which, that doesn't stop me sometimes. But on ones that I'm kind of iffy about, like I was iffy about putting Wartortle up higher. And then I was like, I don't really feel that strongly about Wartortle, but Chad will probably hate it if I do that. But if I throw Wartortle up and y'all are with it, then yeah, we're here. Ivy's an A, Ivy's in A. I like this. This is a lot more spaced out. It's a lot more what I thought a middle Evo Gen 2 thing would look like. I did not expect to put this. Is this thing Braxton? This is called. I did not expect to put this thing this high. I actually really like this design. A lot. That's really cool. Oshawott, Grovyle. Those are the three that belong up there, yeah. If anything, Monferno could drop back down to A maybe, but I like Monferno. Wartortle's tight. It's a good list. This is a good list. I'm very happy with this. I feel like if I knew this guy any better, he might move up to S. But I just don't know him at all. Solid list. Drac, let me know when you have it. I think this is it. Yeah, Drac, let me know when you're good. We'll move on. We'll move on to the final stage. Torracat, is Torracat this thing? All right, Drax got it. So now we will slowly, let me drag these guys back down to the very bottom, and then we have the fun ones. Perhaps the most fun. The final stage. I know we kind of flew through middle stage Evos, but there's just not a lot to say about them. Most of them are not great. I don't even have what I feel like were a lot of hot takes for the middle Evos, because it's like everybody kind of agrees, like, yeah, those are mostly just mid. And that's fine. Someone in chat pointed out earlier, before we started recording for YouTube, someone in chat, Spandau, pointed out that middle Evos, it feels like they made the final Evo for a Pokemon, and then the first Evo for a Pokemon. And then it was just, when they made the middle Evos, it was like, well, we got to make something that links the two. So they just had to throw together something that linked the two. You know what I mean? Spandau pointed out in chat, and I feel like he's kind of right. It feels like they either made the first Evo and then the final Evo, or the final Evo and then the first stage Evo. And then they were just like, well, we got to make something for the middle. It's 3 stages. Not in Gen 1. Gen 1 doesn't feel like that, but a lot of the other gens feel like that. Excuse me. I wouldn't even say Gen 2. I would say Gen 3 onward feels like that. I feel like in Gen 1 they made him in order. In Gen 1 and 2 it kind of feels like they made him in order, but in Gen 3 onwards it feels like they made the final Evo first, and then the first Evo, and then they just made a link. You know what I mean? Okay, here we go. Final stage. Venusaur. That thing is terrifying. It's up there because it's terrifying. Charizard, can he go anywhere else? Can Charizard realistically go anywhere else? Am I moving too fast? I have some people telling me Venusaur's B. I have some people telling me Venusaur's S. Blastoise has fucking cannons on his shoulders. Fucking cannons on his shoulders. What are you gonna do about that? Meganium? Not very good. I'm not a huge Meganium fan. Typhlosion? Give him an A. A or an S? I'm feeling A or an S for Typhlosion. Those cannons don't work. I've literally seen him shoot water out of those cannons. Shut the fuck up. Charizard's the most overrated Pokemon. Here's the thing. Trinif, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. It's a flying fire dragon. Triple S plus. I agree with you 100,000%. Charizard is mad overrated. Still a triple S plus. Isn't that crazy? Fergie. I'm gonna put Fergie in B. I feel like Fergie belongs in the same tier as Venusaur though, so that might get changed. Fucking Sceptile, baby. Get him up there. Get him up there. Blaziken. By the way, these final Evos, a lot of these are stacked. We're going to see this weighed very heavily towards the top side. It's going to be like the opposite of the middle Evo list. Oh, by the way, reminder, this is when I'm switching up a little bit. When I'm rating these Pokemon, it's like 80, probably 90% design-based still. But there's like 10% of me that's going to kind of be weighted a little bit by how useful a Pokemon is in-game. You feel me? Not competitively, not on like the highest level, not in your VG tag team battle, whatever's. Just through a standardized playthrough. You know what I mean? Swampert's a fucking beast. I love Swampert to death, man. I love Swampert so fucking much. That's a badass Pokemon there. Torterra. Get him up there at S. Get him up there at S when he belongs. Torterra, and this is what I'm talking about, how it's a little bit weighted by some of the stuff they can do. Torterra is a big-ass grass. It's got a tree on its back. Grass-type monster turtle that can learn Earthquake and a move called fucking Woodhammer. Are you kidding me? Have you seen the animation for Woodhammer? Fucking boom! Like, that shit lights it up. Torterra's a fucking... If y'all are putting Torterra anywhere lower than A, you're sleeping on Torterra. I'll say it. Infernape, we know where he goes. See, it's kind of flipping on its head now. You guys remember? Fire-type's first stage Evos, I complained about the designs a lot. They suck, but what they grow into is really badass. We all knew where Infernape was going. We all knew where Infernape was going. Empoleon, how we feeling? I'm feeling B for Empoleon. Ladies and gentlemen, a triple S minus in this fucking snake. You know how this thing evolved? It lost its legs. You know how this thing evolved? By losing its legs. Whoa, hot take. No, this take is ice cold. That's a triple F minus. That's where we separate the men from the boys. I'm putting Emboar in A. I'm putting Emboar in A. He might be B. He might be B. Oh, I'm putting it. All right, I got a little rave there for a second. Sorry, let me rate it in. Samurott. Hate that fucking thing. Oshawott, badass. Duat, really cool. Samurott, I hate that fucking thing. What is this thing called? This guy, Chestnut's the first Evo. What's this guy called right here? What's this dude's name? Oh, this is Chestnut? What's the first Evo called? Chespin. Chespin to Chestnut. Thank you. Thank you. Chestnut kicks fucking ass, man. Put him there. He learns a move. So he's got these fucking horns coming off his back. He's got the shell. He's a very defensive grass type. He learns a move called Spiky Shield. And it's protect, except it also hurts them. That's badass. It's badass as fuck. Do you imagine any Pokemon that's not like a rock type using takedown or something? This motherfucker goes, whoo, and they gore themselves on a horn? Are you kidding me? All this motherfucker gotta do is go, bam, and he eats the whole hit because he's got a shield with a horn coming out of it. Like, I feel like, I'm glad I did this because I feel like I'm gonna open a lot of people's eyes to this. I feel like a lot of people saw Chestnut before and they were like, eh, grass type starter, you know, shit region with shit starters, whatever. And then you know, maybe I'll say something. Maybe, you know what? Maybe T-Shot's kind of spit. Maybe I slept on this Pokemon a little bit. Maybe I discounted it too early. Right? Let me reflect and think on this myself a bit. Delphox, ladies and gentlemen, a triple F minus. I hate that fucking thing. Oh, how the mighty have fallen, because Braxton was on my triple S plus. Delphox is a triple F minus. Here's the thing. This sprite right here is probably the best Delphox angle you can ever get. Because the angle you get when you're actually battling is it's standing there and it looks like it's wearing a dress and its arms are straight down. It's not holding that fucking fire stick. It's standing there and its arms are straight down and it looks like it's wearing a dress. Which, but it's just a shitty fire psychic type that just stands there and it just does psychic or fire moves. It's like a Xatu. It's like a Xatu except it's Fire Fox. Triple F minus, hate that thing. Whew. Do we create a division? Do we need to start a dialogue? I'm tempted to bump him to A just based on that Ash Greninja shit alone. Here's the thing. Greninja is fine. But I've never understood the hype for Greninja. I think people were hyped for Greninja because they thought that everything else... I think the initial wave... What are the 3 starters, right? For what gen are we on? 5? 6? 5? 6. Greninja's Gen 6. I think the thought process is just that the other starters weren't good, so they all just picked Greninja. But I never understood the hype for Greninja. I never got it. How could you watch the anime and not think Greninja's the greatest? Oh, I'm so glad you asked, brother. Well, let me see here. When it came down to it, Greninja, who had a bonus extra never before seen special mind link with his trainer and a type advantage, when it was all down to the wire, lost the battle. That was supposed to be Ash's year. That was the year the anime had good animation. Ash's team looked solid. He was going all the way. That was supposed to be Ash's year. But Greninja throws the battle, and Ash has to win the next year when Pokemon looks like a fucking Looney Tune. We didn't get it in the year when it would have mattered. We didn't get it in the year where the animation looked fucking sick and the fights were badass. We had to win next year when they were doing the fucking Looney Tunes. I might move him down. Greninja does jutsu hand signs and has a water shuriken? Yeah, just to lose the battle. How crazy is that? How do you win against plot armor? You must be talking about the Charizard, because you know if anybody has plot armor, it's fucking Ash. He's the guy. I'm leaving him in B. I was thinking about moving to A. That man's not getting touched. S tier for the Owl. It's badass. Owl's fucking badass. Ghost Owl, Ghost Grass Owl, has his fucking signature move is to snipe you through the eye with a ghost arrow. Badass Evo right there. The thing holding him back is he's slow and he came from a garbage generation. Gen 7 is probably the worst thing to ever exist. Is this thing Fire Dark? Is this Lit Evo Fire Dark? But he knows fighting. See, the thing I don't like about this guy. What is this thing's name? I should know it. It's in Smash. Incineroar. The thing I don't like about this guy is it feels like they made him. And when they made him, they were like, hell yeah, we're just going to make another fire fighting type. We've been doing that for years. We'll just make another one. And then like 3 weeks before the game was supposed to get released, they were like, oh, the fans are throwing a fit. They're going to lose it if we do another fire fighting type. And they're like, oh, just make him a dark type. And they're like, but his whole style and moveset revolves around fighting-based moves. That's fine. Just leave it. He's a wrestler that they didn't make a fighting type. Isn't that crazy? Should you do a tier list on legendary Pokemon? I think I have before, but I wouldn't mind revisiting that. He's a dirty wrestler. Then don't make him a starter and make him a fighting dark type. That would be badass. I think it already exists. Bisharp? Not Bisharp. Bisharp's Steel. Who am I thinking of? Scrafty. Scrafty's fighting dark. That already exists, but... Darkest fighting type move is a dark move. Thank you, Mark Leo. Alright, where are we moving? Not gonna front chat. I would love to give this thing a triple F-. I really would. I'm gonna give it a C. It doesn't look bad. I'm gonna give it a D. It doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad. I wouldn't want it on my team, but it's for its own Pokemon, I feel like C or D is fine. I would love to have a whole Pokemon line that ended at the fucking -6 mark. That'd be hilarious. But if I'm being fair, I don't know its name, but it's fine. Move Samurott down. People are already yelling at me for that. What is this thing? What's this thing called? It's a C. That's where it's going. Score Bunny. That's tough. It's a C. Is this where we separate the men from the fucking boys? I've done it! I've made the move, Twitch chat. It's too late. It's a triple S plus Inteleon. Let me explain. Don't click off the video. Don't dislike just yet. Hey. Yes, with Infernape, man. Now, it was alluded to earlier. We talked about it before. Chat brought up, hey, you should rate the Evos based on how they evolve from the first Evo to the second Evo to the final Evo. I didn't like that. I want to rate them all individually, with the exception of the Sobble line, because I feel like the Sobble line is the only one that tells a story, okay? These are my reasons for Inteleon being at the triple S+, okay? Sobble starts off as a timid little bitch, okay? Sobble is afraid of everything. Hear me out? And he's scared, right? He has that second Evo that I fucking hate. All right, we were all there when I gave it the triple F-. I fucking hate that thing. But he has that second Evo that it's going through that emo phase. You know, it's doing that whole thing. I don't like that Evo, whatever. But Sobble is the only Pokemon maybe in history that feels like it actually evolves. All right? Sobble is the only Pokemon line in history that feels like that. Well, I take that back. That's not entirely true. I can think of some others, but maybe the only starter line in history that feels like it actually evolves is like its brain and personality evolves with it. Does that make sense? Grookey became a man. Naruto, almost every Pokemon grows up. That's not... who the fuck cares? That's not different. Sobble's personality changes as it evolves in a really cool way, where he goes from this timid bitch to like this tweener phase. It's almost like he hit puberty and like his voice is probably cracking and shit. And then when he becomes an Inteleon, he is a suave, fucking collected, like this guy knows what the fuck he's doing. Not to mention, when he gets that mega form in the new gen, right? He goes to the top of a sniper's nest. That's his Giga form. That's his Mega Max form, whatever the fuck. He goes to a sniper's nest and shoots the other Pokemon with a gun. You have a Pokemon cooler than that? You can name a Pokemon. I can't name a Pokemon cooler than that. Wait, what the fuck? Do you guys not know this? Inteleon goes through a real fucking progression. It's badass. I love the progression. And it ends with a calm, cool, and collected Pokemon that goes up to the top of a sniper's nest like 30 stories high and shoots other Pokemon with a gun. I'm leaving him up there, chat. I'm leaving him up there. Oh, that was it. That's the end of the list. Oh, shit. I didn't play Sword and Shield, neither did I, but I heard the fucking news about the gun. Inteleon was just the quiet white kid in the back of class who's finally had enough. Inteleon is not a school shooter. Inteleon is your favorite anime protagonist. That's Inteleon. Inteleon is absolutely the protagonist of some fucking anime. Nope, I take that back. Not protagonist, he's the side character who's really badass. Inteleon is like Levi. Inteleon is Levi from Attack on Titan. Inteleon is James Bond. There you go. That's a solid one. Inteleon is James Bond. I don't know. If you don't like Inteleon, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry you didn't grow up and get cool. I'm sorry you stayed a nerd. But Inteleon didn't. That's where I'm at. Levi's a side character. He's a side character in the sense that he's not Aaron, who is the main character. I'm sorry when y'all grew up, y'all didn't get cool. But Inteleon did, okay? I know you, maybe you can't relate to him anymore. But Inteleon did. Bubble 07, I kind of like that. Inteleon is literally a spy. He becomes invisible and snipes people. Yeah. Yeah. He's not... Here's the thing. Here's why... First of all, the school shooter thing bothers me, because it's... I guess it's cut down a lot since COVID happened. But here's where the school shooter comparison doesn't make sense. Is because he's not angry. School shooters are like mad at the world angry kids. All right? And Inteleon did not grow up angry. He grew up the exact opposite. He comes across as a very, like, calm character or whatever. He's calm, he's collected, he knows what the fuck he's doing, he's dialed in, he's not like mad at anything, he's just like, very comfortable with himself, kind of. Now, if you want to talk about someone who grew up angry, this is your guy, right? Fucking. If you want to talk about someone who grew up and got mad, there's your fucking guy. But okay, how are we feeling about this list? How are we feeling about this list? I probably had to get that out of my mouth. Anybody need to go up or down here? Grookey went from being small and stupid to being big and stupid. You kind of spitting. I still say Sceptile and Torterra are triple S. I can't rightfully move Torterra to triple S. Sceptile's really close. If Sceptile had like wings or something, he would be triple S. I know that sounds weird to say, but he's just missing something. His design is just a little on the bland side for me to move him up any higher. Decidueye is triple S? I can see that argument. I don't think I'm going to move him up, but I can see that argument. I think to move Decidueye to triple S would devalue triple S a little bit. Does that make sense? I'm not doing Megas. I know I kind of cheated and did Sceptile's fucking Gigamax form, but I'm not doing Megas. This might be the list. I feel like we pretty evenly spaced these out. It's weighted a little bit more towards the top side, which I expected. Emboar should be higher based on the fact that we have no starters to fit his theme. Are Emboar and Rillaboom not the same? Just big fucking dudes? Feraligatr should definitely be an A. You think so? I feel like he definitely doesn't belong with Empoleon. So that makes sense. Tell you what. I'll cave. I'll cave. We'll move Greninja up a notch. Is that a fair compromise, chat? I'll cave there a little bit, because once I look at that list, if I'm going to move for Alligator up, when I look at that list, Greninja just stands up above these three so heavy. So it wouldn't make sense. If I'm moving for Alligator up, it doesn't make sense to leave Greninja that low, I feel like. Shouldn't Blaziken be an S? There's an argument to be made that Blaziken could be moved up. I've never... All right, so here's the thing. This one, where Blaziken at, I'm going to say this outright. Where Blaziken's at right now is personal to me. Blaziken is first and foremost worse than Infernape. But secondly, Blaziken is the reason I stopped watching Pokemon as a kid. Okay? Because you get through the first couple of seasons of Pokemon, and then Ash goes to Hoenn, or he's about to go to Hoenn, and he fights a trainer as a Blaziken. Charizard fights Blaziken, right? But when Ash throws Charizard out, this is when Pokemon turned for me. Zoomers aren't going to get this, but this is when Pokemon like started feeling different for me. It's when I stopped watching the anime. Charizard felt like a Pokemon, right? Pokemon, to me, first in Gen 1 and Gen 2 especially, Pokemon to me, minus the legendaries, because they're a little different, they're a little special. Pokemon are supposed to be animals that have cool powers. You know what I mean? Animals that can melt your brain with Psychic type. Animals that can breathe fire. Animals that can, throw leaves at you. Things like that. Pokemon are supposed to be animals with cool powers. If they're bigger, they probably move a little bit slower, right? You got your fighting types like Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee, but like that's what they specialize in. I don't know. But they felt limited in some way. They felt like animals. They felt limited in some way. Blaziken was the first Pokemon I ever saw where I looked at Blaziken, and Blaziken had this battle with Charizard, and he made Charizard look like he was standing still. Like, Charizard's supposed to be one of the end-all be-alls. Charizard's supposed to be one of the Giga Badasses. And Blaziken just kind of whipped Charizard's ass. And the more I looked at Blaziken, the more I was like, that guy looks like he belongs more in like a stand-up fighting game than he does in Pokemon. Blaziken was the first Pokemon I saw that, to my little kid brain that I knew up to that point, did not look like a Pokemon. And I just kind of stopped watching the anime after that, because I was like, I don't like that thing. Whatever, if they're doing more of that, I don't want more of that. That wasn't Pokemon to me. I know he's a fighting type. I know the typings. But it's like, I don't know. His movement felt a little different. His movement felt a little off. It felt, I don't know. It's hard to describe. He was thinking for himself. That was another one. Without being told to, I think Charizard was doing his classic seismic toss. He flies up with him. He comes crashing down. He's supposed to throw Blaziken on the ground. Blaziken, without being told to, without being commanded, his trainer didn't go, Blaziken, use flamethrower on the ground. Blaziken looked up and breathed fire out of his weird fucking chicken mouth to, like, cushion the impact of the seismic toss or some shit. And I'm like, that's... He had, like, a mind link with his trainer years before Ash got Greninja. It was really weird. It was really weird. I think Meganium should be moved up. Blaziken definitely kind of has a fake Mon feel to it. Now, the anime wasn't dead at that point, because then you come back and then you see a fight like Infernape versus Electivire. That's the coolest fucking fight in Pokemon history. How do you feel about Meganium, chat? Before we finalize this, do Meganium goes up one or stays where it is? One final thing to recap. Something I want to say that I never actually got the chance to say. Stays. I'm fine with leaving it. I'm not moving it down. Gen 2 is my favorite Pokemon gen ever. I really like the first Evos for... I mean, you see it on the tier list. I really like the first Evos for Gen 2, but I do not care for the final Evos of Gen 2 that much. They're all okay. You know what I mean? Like, I guess we have a couple A's in there, but just compared to the other gens, it's like, it's whatever. Okay, I think this is the list. Drac, do we have it tallied? Can you link it to me somewhere, or could you, if you can't, just type it out to me? Actually, before we determine the real leader, can you give me the gens? I want to know how the gens scored. I want to know how the individual generations scored, and then we'll find out who had the highest score overall. I think I know who it is. We'll go down the list. But if you could link it to me or just type some of the results to me when you get it figured out, Drac. Waiting for you to finish all these. Yeah, this is the final one. Gen 3 or 4? It had to be Gen 3 or 4. Had to be Gen 3 or 4. You know, I was thinking Infernape line 1, but I think you're right. I think Trico's line might have actually taken this. Because Grovyle was triple. Yeah, I think Grovile's got to be the dub. Looks like Gen 1 one. We'll see. For gens, I have no idea. For overall gens, I have no idea. Chimchar was pretty lower. Monferno was okay. Monferno was up there kind of. But yeah. I think Trico was triple S plus and Grovyle were triple S plus. It's got to be the Trico line. I kind of forgot about that one. Yeah, Drac's working the numbers though. We're gonna get a whole list top to bottom on the definitive lines. Even though we kind of worked out the winner already. Ozark Season 3 comes out in a couple weeks. I thought Season 3 was already out. Is Ozark still only 2 seasons so far? I have to go back. I don't think I finished Season 2, but I watched Season 1. It's a really slow burn show. Yeah, how about the lowest? I think we're going to go from top to bottom just to make fun of the lowest. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Cyndaquil line might be top 5. I think Quilava hurts the Cyndaquil line a lot, but most of the Pokemon's middle Evos hurt the line a lot. Typhlosion's fine too. I think I rag on Typhlosion too much. I just started Ozark. Oh, you're in luck. By the time you get caught up, it's literally 1 week. So by the time you get caught up to the end of Season 2, Season 3 should be out by a little bit by then. Poplipo might as well just go home. New Ozark seeing? Yeah, the thing I said, it just said Season 3 comes out on February 27th. That weird dolphin line. Yeah! 2 triple F minuses and a D minus. That's going to come in at a clean -5. Is Skate a good show? Skate the Infinity? Yeah. Yeah. We're 2 episodes back. If Lotus is around after this, we're probably going to watch. But I've been gone for a week, so yeah, Today's Sunday? What day's today? Today's Saturday. What day does Skate the Infinity come out? I think it comes out on Sundays. So I'm about to be 2 or 3 episodes back. I think it's 2. So maybe tomorrow. Lotus and I are going to watch it. But yeah, we like Skate the Infinity a lot. You have to like skateboarding, okay? But yeah, we like Skate the... It's not what we thought it would be, but it's still really good, which I think is a thing for it rather than against it. Because when Lotus and I heard skateboard anime, we're like, oh shit, we're going to be seeing some fucking vert tricks, we're going to be seeing them grinding the rails and doing crazy manual shit, you know, street moves and whatnot. And it's not that, it's more about like speed skating, like downhill jam, downhill slope stuff. Which isn't what we wanted, isn't what we thought it would be, but it's still so good that we love it anyway. Which, again, I think is more an argument for it than against it. Skate comes out on Saturdays? Oh, okay. So is the new one out? I have not seen the old Skate movie, Lords of Dogtown, no. Initial D, but with skateboards? I haven't seen Initial D, but I've heard it described like that a lot. Anger, yeah. It's out? Ooh, okay. Lotus pointed out that Reki was trending on Twitter earlier. Which is really dope that Skate's getting popular enough that it trends. That's badass. Also, the antagonist of Skate the Infinity is, I swear to God, of Fusion Dance. Could not combine them better. The guy is a straight up dead down the middle mix between Dio and Hisoka. Okay? The voice actor is literally Dio, but it's Dio and it's Hisoka. Because it's Dio's voice, he's got Dio mannerisms, but the guy acts like Hisoka a lot. Attracted to power, you know what I mean? So if you want a fire ass antagonist, skate the Infinity. Do I have any Tech Deck skateboards? Goat of high school boredom. I had friends who had them. I'd play with them sometimes. I definitely know what you're talking about, but I don't have any. The man is also horny, yes, in similar Hisoka fashion. Or can I watch Skate? It's on Funimation. I don't think it's on Crunchyroll. I think it's on Funimation. I know it's on Funimation, but I don't think it's on Crunchy. Ooh, Drag got me the numbers. If you were bored by that talk on YouTube. Okay. The gens have been divided up. Alright? Twitch chat, somebody write these down so you can put them in order. Actually, no, I can organize this myself. Okay. Gen 7. Gen 7 starters. Who's Gen 7 again? Ah, whatever. Twitch chat, who's Gen 7 starters? Rowlett. Litten. Poplipo. That's the Gen 7. Gen 7 starters had a combined total of -1. Okay? Gen 8 starters. Scorbunny, Sobble, Grookey. Had a combined total of 5 points. Keep in mind, 4 of those points are Inteleon. Something to remember. And I think Sobble got a good rating, too. So the other starters are really lacking. That's what's going on. So that's Gen 8. Had 5 points. Gen 5. Who is Gen 5 again? That's Delphox. That's Samurott and Tepig? It's those 3? Gen 5 had a score of 6. Oh, it's Snivy. Snivy, okay, yeah, Snivy. Snivy brought that one down a bit. Gen 5, edging out Gen 8 by a single point. Gen 5 had a score of 6. All right? Now we're cranking up. Now we're getting to good gens. Now we're getting to solid gens. Gen 4. We all know Gen 4. That's the Infernape line. That's the Chestnut line. We all know Gen 4, and that's the Poplipo line. Gen 4 had a grand total of 12. Came in pretty low, actually. Oh, well, middle of the pack, but lower than you would have thought, okay? Gen 4 had 12. That's double what Gen 5 had. Gen 4 had 12. Gen 4 is Chimchar, Piplup. Oh, Turtwig and Torterra. Okay. Damn. What brought that one down so much? The Piplup line? The middle Evos weren't kind to it either, actually. Middle Evos weren't good to them. But yeah, Gen 4, middle of the pack, but it finished double what Gen 5 had. Gen 6. What's Gen 6? I'm not even going to try. Just tell me what Gen 6 is. I'm not even going to try to draw it from memory. You guys just tell me what. Gen 6 is... That's Greninja Delphox. Feroki, Finnick, and Chespin. Okay, Gen 6 came in at 13 points. 1 point more than Gen 4. I'm not going to lie. Those first 2 Delphox Evo were actually doing some heavy lifting for Gen 6. Those first 2 Delphox Evos. The last Delphox Evo was not. Because you got to remember, I put Braxton at like triple S+, and Finnegan was S, I think. That really doesn't make sense, because Gen 6's starters were ass. No, I take that back. No, it's got Greninja. You guys had me bump Greninja up at the end, too. Remember that? And then I like Chestnut, so it works. No, that makes perfect sense. Gen 6 edged out Gen 4 by a single point. Gen 2. Chikorita, Cyndaquil, Totodile. Gen 2 came in at 16 points. Beat Gen 6 by 3. Gen 2 came in at 16 points. Gen 3. Sceptile, Swampert. The other one, Blaziken. Came in at 17 points, beating Gen 2 by a single point. And finally, stop the count. Finally coming in at first place, baby. Gen 1 brought it home. 19 points, beating Gen 3 by 2 whole points. Gen 1 brought it home, baby. Gen 2 didn't win it. I don't like Gen 2's final Evos. I just don't. Not that much. Charizard beating Triple S Plus. I kept feeling like I was going to put Gen 1 Pokemon lower, and then I didn't. You know what I mean? Like, if I could go back, maybe Ivysaur goes down a tier. Maybe Venusaur goes down a tier. Maybe Blastoise goes down a tier. That's a hard one. But that would be the whole difference. If I do those three, if I did those three, which one of them I really wouldn't do. But if I do the other two I was thinking about, then it's tied. It was really close. Charmeleon probably should have gone down a point. I don't like this Gen 4 starters. Here's the thing. If we're doing final Evos, Gen 4 starters probably win by a landslide. Actually, we can look right here. If we're doing final Evos, what are Gen 4 starters? Infernape, Triple S Plus, Torterra in S. They're actually even with Gen 1. Oh, is it Empoleon, though? I don't like Empoleon. I guess it loses to Gen 1 barely, but... Let's glad Chespin was ranked high. Okay, so that's the gens in order. Drac, can you give me the lines? Preferably in order if you can, but can you give me the lines of Pokemon? Lowest to highest. So we know how each line was individually scored, and then we'll wrap this up. Gen 4 with Gen 1 files is a pure difference. Yeah, it just comes down to the fact that Empoleon kind of sucks, but I could very easily pull Venusaur down one too, and then they'd be even again. That Pop Lipo line is just tanking Gen 4 heavy. I like this though. I feel like this is a unique take. These aren't the results I was expecting, right? This isn't the stuff this isn't how I was expecting this to come out. I honestly thought Gen 1 would be lower. I thought Gen 2 would be a lot lower. But when you write the full lines and when you really pin them up against each other, it's those second Evos, man. The second Evos kind of made or broke a lot of these teams. Whoop. Okay. Oops. Let me read off my list, all right, in order. Generation 1. Actually, I can just show you guys. I'll read them off, but I'll put it on screen. So this is Drac's list. This is how every Pokemon scored on the tier list, respectively. So Bulbasaur got 7. The Charizard line got 5, because that first and second Evo was just... And the Blastoise line got 7. The Chikorita line got 4. It's because Bayleaf, mainly. The Typhlosion line actually got 7. That's crazy. And the Feraligatr line got 5. Tying with the Charizard line. Gen 3. 11 points to the Sceptile tree, to the Trico tree. 1 point to the Torchick tree. 5 points to Mudkip Swampert. Gen 4. What is this? This is Torterra. Torterra line got 4. Infernape line got 8. Piplup line came in at a solid 0. Gen 5. Oh God, what is this thing? What is Gen 5? Oh yeah, this is Snivy. Snivy. -4 to the Snivy line. 3 to the, what is this one? Is this the Delphox? 3 to the Delphox line. Only tanked by Delphox. I'm pretty sure I gave Finnick and Braxton some solid points, but Delphox with that -2 just hurts. Hurts a lot. Where am I? I'm on Gen 6 right now? Yeah, I'm on Gen 6 right now. And then Gen 6's water Pokemon is Samurott, the Samurott line. Only hurt because Oshawott and Dewott were both triple S pluses. But Samurott was a D, so he took a point off. Samurott didn't suck. Oh, that was Tepig? Tepig's 3. Delphox is 6. My fault. Tepig line was 3. Trico line got held back by the others? What are you talking about? Trico got 11 points. Trico got a triple S plus. Grovyle got a triple S plus. Sceptile got an S. There was one Pokemon that didn't get perfect in the Trico line. Sorry, I lost my place. So Gen 5, the 3 point is Tepig for Gen 5. The water type in Gen 5, that's Greninja? Greninja Gen 6. Oshawott Gen 5. That one came out at 0. Tepig got 8. Sorry, I'm confused. I'm just going to use my mouse. Okay, so this is Tepig. Tepig got 8. That's a solid line. Greninja line got 0. Because I don't really care for Ferokia, the second Evo. Oh, Royal tallied up. I like that. Okay, I'm stupid. I was going off this number and not this number. That makes a lot more sense. This whole thing makes a lot more sense. So that's the Torterra line. Unfortunate that middle Evo fucked it up and only got a 4. It's Infernape getting 8 points. It's big time. And that is Piplup line getting 0. All right, now we're on Gen 5. Gen 5 is... I don't... Oh, this is Snivy. Snivy got -4. Delphox, Tepig. Tepig got 3. Hey, Q-Pick. And Samurott is Gen 5. Okay, yeah, Samurott got a 7 because the first 2 were crazy good. The first 2 in the line were crazy good, so he ended up with a 7, even though I don't care for Samurott. Even though Samurott got a D and lowered him a point? Yeah, okay. So now we're on Gen 6. This is Chestnut. Chestnut got a 6. Delphox got a 4, even though Finnick and Braxton did really well. Delphox is a triple F minus. That's -2. And then, what is the water type here? This is Greninja. The Greninja line got a 3. Because, you know, it ain't all that. Gen 7. That is the Rowlett line. The Litten line. Rowlett got 4. Litten got 0. And Poplipo, not the Poplipo, the fucking, yeah, Poplipo. The Poplipo line coming in at a resounding -5. Giving Gen 7 a total of -1. Then Gen 8, Grookey line, -1. Scorbunny line, 1. Inteleon line, 5. Sobble got a good score. The middle Evo got a fucking triple F minus. And Inteleon was a triple S plus. They came in at a 5. Making the totals for all the types come out to 31 points. Grass type came out the highest. Chat. Hold on, I gotta resize this. I never in a million years thought when I did this tier list that grass type would come out on top. But if you tally up all their points, I would have thought it would have been the opposite. Knowing me, I would have thought it would have been the opposite. I would have thought water would have had the most and grass would have had the least with fire in the middle. Just knowing how I do it. But yeah, grass type is nutty. Heavily carried by the fact that Grovyle's line got 11 points. I mean, that's just asinine. We can clearly see that Torterra didn't carry because the Sceptile line got 11 fucking points. That's where the money is. The Torterra line didn't carry because the middle Evo got -2 or -1. I don't remember where I put him. I think I put him in the -1. It's the middle Evo, almost boned the grass type. Fire got fucked up a lot by Delphox. Water got fucked up by Poplipo. Without Poplipo, water is beating fire. And by Poplipo, I mean the whole Poplipo line. Without the whole Poplipo line. Tabs on the bottom will show the points of each Pokemon individually. Oh, this makes it so much easier. I'm gonna resize this again. Oh, you can put little sprites in there. That's adorable. We gotta save this list somewhere. This is definitive. This is definitive after all. Poplio, that's what I'm saying, Pat. So here we go. All right, this makes it so much easier than trying to do it in the total screen. So yeah, Bulbasaur. 3 for Bulbasaur, 2 for Ivysaur, 2 for Venusaur. Comes out to a total of 7, scoring-wise. Chikorita. 2 for Chikorita, 2 for Bayleaf, 0 for Meganium. Feels about fair. Trico. Max points 4 for Trico. Max points 4 for Grovyle. 3 points for Sceptile. Also feels fair. That's actually the exact opposite of the Poplio line. Or the Poplio line was triple F minus D. And the Trico line was triple S plus S. Anyway. Turtwig got a 2. That middle Evo got a -1. Torterra got a 3. Maybe I should have moved Turtwig up. Turtwig might be S. Oh well. Snivy, -1. Snivy's middle Evo, -1. Big ass snake, -2. Shitty fucking line, -4. Wow, Grass still won despite the Snivy line. That's insane. Anyway, Chestnut 2, middle Evo 2, final Evo 2. Rowlett 1, second form none, Decidueye 3, and then Grookey 0, Grookey middle form -1, Grookey final form 0. Trico should have been perfect. I'm still sticking to the fact that I feel like Sceptile is missing something. I feel like if Sceptile had like grass wings or some crazy shit like that. But he just feels a little bit too bare. Just barely too bare to join the ranking of like Infernape. You know what I mean? Fire types. Better look at the points here. Charizard got 1 point. Charmeleon got no points. Charmander got 1 point. Charmeleon got no points. Charizard got 4 points. Triple S plus. Giving him 5. Cyndaquil got 4. Cyndaquil got the big guns. Triple S plus. Quilava got 1. Typhlosion got 2. Torchick got -1. Combuskin got 0. Combuskin probably also should have got -1. Combuskin probably should have been lower. Blaziken got 2. Fucking... Oh my god. Chimchar. Forgot his name. Chimchar 1, Monferno 3, Infernape 4. Coming out to a big total. That's our fire type winner. Actually, who's our grass type winner? Oh, duh, it's fucking Trico. Our fire type winner is Infernape. Squeaking out, barely beating out the Cyndaquil line. Getting 8. Our fire type winner is Chimchar. Tepig line, 1 point for Tepig, 1 point for Pignite, 1 point for Embor. Coming out to 3. Respectable score. It's okay. It's whatever. This line, Finnick got 2, Braxton got 4, and unfortunately, Delphox is a -2. Bringing it back down. Litten 0, middle Evo -1, Incineroar 1. A solid 0 for the Litten line. Don't pick Litten. Scorbunny, 1 point for Scorbunny, 0 point for the second Evo, 0 points for the final Evo. Oh, one thing I was going to point out, Scorbunny's final Evo, I think I mentioned this earlier, Scorbunny's final Evo looks like it should be a second Evo. Like, it just feels like, because if you look at, where is it? Hold on, I'm finding some comparison Pokemon here real quick. Look at the second Evo, like, the second Evo could be a first Evo. This would be, here's a kicker. This would be an extremely bad, I know I said the Fursona shit, but hear me out. This would be an extremely badass first Evo. I know I said the Fursona shit, but if you make it tinier and it, like, grows into a Pokemon, I feel like it's fine. But if this thing was Scorbunny's first Evo and this thing was Scorbunny's second Evo and then it had some really badass third Evo, I feel like the line is saved that way. But the order that they put it in is just so fucked. Because maybe this one's taller and I just don't know it, but like if you put Braxton next to this thing, they look like the same except Braxton is the second line Evo. Now, unfortunately, Braxton evolves into fucking dog shit, but you get what I'm saying? If this was Evo number 1 and this was Evo number 2 and Evo number 3 was something sick, I'd be all over that. Anyway, where were we? It's fine if the middle one is awkward, but the last one can't. Yeah, the first and the last ones can't be dog shit. Especially the last one. Yeah, so Scorbunny coming out to a resounding 1 point. But yeah, our fire winner is Chimchar, and our water line. Squirtle 1 point, Wartortle 3 points, Blastoise 3 points. I feel like that's fair. Very solid 7 score from the Squirtle line. 2 points for Totodile, 1 point for Croconaw, 2 points for Feraligatr, 5, nothing wrong with that. 3 points for Mudkip, -1 point for whatever the fuck Marshtomp is, and 3 points for Swampert. Ties up with Totodile on the Feraligatr line at 5. I really feel like if you're asking me to pick which line I like better, I like the Mudkip line more off the top of my head, but when you think about the middle Evos, Mudkip is better. Well, Mudkip is roughly as good as Totodile, maybe a little better. I actually rated Mudkip a little bit better than Totodile. Swampert is way fucking cooler than Croconaw, right? And you see that in the ratings too. But man, Marshtomp sucks ass. Marshtomp just sucks, right? So you ask me any day of the week, do you like Swampert's line more or Totodile's? I'm going to tell you Swampert's every single time. But when you really think about it, that middle Marshtomp Evo just sucks. It's just bad. Brings it down. No way around it. That's why I'm glad we did this. I didn't know that I thought this, right? I didn't know this about myself. Piplup. 0 for Piplup. -1 for the middle form. 1 point for Empoleon. Bringing the final score to 0. Don't pick Piplup. Oshawott, perfect score. Duwat, perfect score. Samurott, get fucked. Hate that thing. 7. Despite having a -1 in the final Evo lineup, still ties it for first. Kind of wild. Faroki, 1 point for Faroki, no points for whatever the middle Evo of Faroki is, and 2 points for Greninja, bringing the score to 3. Respectable, very solid score, a lot better than most. Poplio, -2 for Poplio, -2 for the middle Evo, -1 for the final Evo, bringing Poplio's line to a final score of -5, the lowest score in the competition by far. And the Intellion line. 3 points for Sobble, very solid Pokemon. -2 points for that middle Evo. That thing looks like it sucks ass. 4 points for the god himself, Intellion. Woke a lot of people up to this one. Bringing him to a solid 5. Tying him with the Mudkip and Totodile line. Feels fair. That's it, people. That's our list. If you're on YouTube, I want to thank you guys for coming out. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you would change about my tier list in the comments if you haven't already. I'm Thundershot. I'm out. Peace, late. We'll see you guys next time. I think I want to do more of these tier lists. It's a lot of fun. Y'all take it easy. Drip's going to cut the video there. I'm still streaming for a while. Don't worry. Don't worry, chat. I'm not going anywhere except to grab a water right now. I'll be right back.